It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Isiah Lee is a man who was accused of attacking Dave Chappelle. And in an exclusive interview with The Post from jail, he talks about why he did it. He said that Dave should be more sensitive when it comes to the jokes he cracks. He said, I identify as bisexual, and I wanted him to know what he said was triggering. I wanted him to know that next time he should consider first running his material by people it could affect. He said he expected to have a good time at the show, but he grew angry and frustrated as Dave joked about his prior controversies with the LGBTQ community as well as homelessness. He said, I'm also a single dad and my son is 5. It's a struggle, and I wanted Dave Chappelle to know it's not a joke. He said his breaking point came when another comedian in the show's lineup made a crude joke about pedophilia, which he said dredged up memories of his own molestation as a teen. So
I can understand being triggered by that, but serious question. By the way, all my questions are serious, but could that be considered a hate crime?
What do you mean?
He attacked Dave Chappelle because he hated Dave Chappelle's jokes. He attacked Dave Chappelle because he hated that Dave is making jokes about a community he's a part of. What he did was driven by hate. He can't say he was defending himself or his community because Dave didn't physically attack him. And if he went to that show armed with a knife, gun, and he was triggered by, jokes he heard from Dave or otherwise, shouldn't that be considered a premeditated hate crime? You can't physically attack me for who I am, right? Because you don't want me to physically attack you for who you are. That would be considered a hate crime if I physically attacked you for who you are. So if you physically attack me because you hate who I am, should that be considered a hate crime?
I don't know if that would be the definition of a hate crime, but yeah, I'm not sure about that one. We'll have to ask an attorney. But I think that it would have been different. Maybe if he hated Dave because Dave was gay, that would be a hate crime.
Well, why does it have to be sexual? Why does it have to be sexuality or race though? Like you literally hate me just because of something that I said. You don't like something that I spoke. So you decided to physically attack me? Sounds like it's driven by hate to me.
But I will say, if you feel that way, you can't go to any comedian show ever, because there's always...
You can't do that to anybody.
There's always different, a comedy show would be triggering for you then, because any topic that people joke about, and there's things that people went through too that they might joke about it themselves. But... All right, now Mike Tyson, on his latest episode of Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, he addressed the altercation that he had with a passenger on that JetBlue flight back in April. He was talking to Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, and he talked about how he was triggered.
I mean, Mike just came from a nightmare on the plane. Like,
Yes, and they say they ain't gonna pick up charges.
yeah, so you good.
Yeah.
You survived.
I mean, man,
You kept your poise for a long time.
He had
man.
took pictures with the and I'm just saying, this guy don't know I love. I shouldn't even be taking public planes. My wife gets mad that I take public planes. Well, what am I gonna do on the plane with my friends and he's supposed to watch me, a bodyguard and a yes, and what am I doing on the plane? It triggers me.
So
I see nothing wrong with what Mike Tyson did.
Yeah, he took pictures with the guy and everything, and the guy was harassing him. So that's what ended up happening.
He was defending himself. That man was violating Mike Tyson's space. I see nothing wrong with what Mike Tyson did, and I'm glad that the charges were dropped. That is the right call.
All right, now Flavor Flav, apparently he has an 8th child now, a 3-year-old son named Jordan, with his former manager, Kate Gamel. And according to TMZ, they said that he's paying $3,000 a month in child support and trying to build a relationship with the young boy. He sees him at least once a week. Now, he does still owe over $78,000 in back child support, but that's the one thing that he has to do. Now, the mom is saying he's only seen Jordan's time since he was born in 2019, and that favorable report by TMZ is, I guess, not true. So she said Jordan has trouble detoxing. He has to have specialized medical care and medicines. Flavor's supposed to pay half of that, but has failed to do so. And if he really wants Jordan in his life, why would he block me? It clearly shows he doesn't care about Jordan since he did it right after I put the drum video up on my Instagram. So she said now Jordan can't see pictures of his dad, or he's afraid I will see all of his gigs, which produce income, and then he has to pay higher child support. He did agree to a paternity test back in 2019 after previously denying that that was his child, but the results prove that he is 100% the father. All right. And Rod Wave's domestic violence case has been dismissed. According to paperwork, they said the arrest was connected to him choking his ex-girlfriend while their children were present, but now the case has been dismissed. Rod Wave's attorney, Bradford Cohen, took to Instagram to announce that that case is over. He said, myself and my main man represented Rodarius Greene, a.k.a. Rod Wave, on his arrest last week. And we are thrilled that this misunderstanding is behind him and he can move forward with a successful career. Sometimes misunderstandings can be misconstrued, and it isn't until all the evidence and witnesses are reviewed that the right decision is made by the state's attorney. So that's, Rod Wave, case dismissed. And Carrie Washington is talking about her Scandal co-stars and how they were upset at her for years over some comments that she made about kissing. Now, she was on the Ellen DeGeneres show ahead of the final episode, which, by the way, is happening May 26th later on this week. And here's what she had to say.
I got in a lot of trouble here because you asked me who I liked to kiss better on the show between the two male leads. And I said, I thought I was keeping the peace by saying, I don't like kissing either one of them. But they were both pretty pissed for years. Like, why would you say that on national television?
Right. Well, yeah, because you could have gone the other way and say, I like kissing both of them equally. But instead
who
you
says that?
Yeah. Nobody telling the truth.
Exactly.
No, there's clearly one better kisser. Who is it now that the show's over? All right.
All right.
What's the problem here?
Nothing.
How they gonna be mad because she don't want to kiss? You know what I mean? She don't like kissing either one of y'all. She might not be attracted to either one of y'all. Have y'all smelled y'all breaths? Huh?
Yep.
Maybe both of y'all
Envy
trash
said-
kissers.
Envy said Guy is a better kisser than you.
I don't see what he can. I don't see what he has me to compare it to. He ain't never kissed me.
All right. Well, that is your rumor reports.
Yes. When we
Coming
come
up
back, we
next.
got front page news. We're gonna talk.
Yes, and
what we
Joe-
talking about? You?
We're talking about Joe Biden. He said the U.S. would intervene militarily if China invades Taiwan.
Oh Lord. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.